Japan is preparing a dramatic move that could redefine power in the Pacific. For the first time in decades, it plans to export 6 used Abukuma-class destroyers to the Philippines. An unprecedented step in post-war Japanese defense policy and a clear signal to China. These destroyers, originally designed in the late 1980s and early 1990s, were built for anti-submarine and surface warfare missions. Though aging, they remain highly capable in coastal defense roles. Each ship displaces around 2,000 tons and carries sensors, torpedoes, and surface-to-surface missiles that could give the Philippines a substantial upgrade over its current naval assets. Right now, the Philippine Navy operates just 2 modern frigates and a small number of older corvettes. In contrast, China's Navy is the largest in the world by number of ships, boasting over 100 surface combatants, including guided missile destroyers, advanced frigates, and aircraft carriers. The disparity is massive. But that's exactly why this Japanese transfer matters. It's not just about the hardware, it's about the alliances and intent behind it. The transfer comes after a year of growing military cooperation between Tokyo and Manila. Both countries recently signed a reciprocal access agreement, which allows troops from each nation to train and operate in the other's territory. Japan has also agreed to help Manila develop a coastal radar network and provide maritime surveillance systems. The destroyers are the next step, concrete evidence that Tokyo is investing in Manila's ability to stand up to growing pressure from Beijing. This is a remarkable shift for Japan. Since World War II, its pacifist constitution has limited its military posture to strict self-defense. Arms exports were almost entirely banned until recent years. Even now, Japan's defense industry faces heavy restrictions. But as regional threats grow, especially from China and North Korea, Tokyo has started to reinterpret its role. The destroyer deals with the Philippines' skirts legal red tape by classifying the exchange as a joint development initiative. It's a clever legal maneuver that allows Japan to provide major weapon systems without directly selling them for profit. In essence, Tokyo is sending a message. We are ready to help our neighbors legally, politically, and militarily. From the Philippines' perspective, the destroyers could be a game changer. These ships can support long-range patrols in the West Philippine Sea, monitor Chinese activity near contested reefs, and bolster deterrence in ways the country has never had before. But they also come with challenges: aging equipment, the need for maintenance and upgrades, and training demands for Philippine sailors unfamiliar with Japanese systems. Still, Manila views the deal as a major win. It signals trust, partnership, and shared concern over China's maritime behavior. Over the past year, Chinese Coast Guard vessels have aggressively intercepted Philippine resupply missions to the Second Thomas Shoal. They've deployed water cannons, blocked boats, and challenged Manila's claims in waters clearly within its exclusive economic zone. These tactics are not random. They are part of a broader strategy to control contested waters without open warfare. In response, the Philippines has begun shifting its defense policy. It's welcomed back U.S. troops under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. It's pushed back against Chinese aggression through public diplomacy and multilateral legal channels. And now, with Japan's help, it is quietly expanding its naval footprint. This triangular cooperation between Japan, the Philippines, and the United States is reshaping the Indo-Pacific balance. No longer is the U.S. the only anchor of regional deterrence. Allies are stepping up, arming one another, training together, and sending a message that unilateral domination by any one power will not go unchallenged. But this also increases the risk of confrontation. From Beijing's perspective, this growing alignment could be seen as encirclement. China already considers U.S. and allied patrols in the South China Sea as provocative. The introduction of Japanese destroyers, even used ones, could add more tension to an already volatile region. Some analysts warn that China might respond with more aggressive deployments near Philippine waters, or worse, ramp up economic pressure. Beijing has used trade and investment as leverage before, targeting countries that challenge its territorial or political narratives. And yet, for Tokyo and Manila, the alternative is less acceptable: doing nothing. Allowing Chinese ships to dominate key trade routes, harass fishermen, or lay claim to underwater oil reserves without resistance only emboldens further encroachment. So while this destroyer deal might seem symbolic, it carries weight. It represents a broader awakening among Asia's middle powers. They are no longer content to play supporting roles. They are asserting themselves, building up capabilities, forging stronger alliances, and preparing for a world where diplomacy alone might not deter conflict. This is a subtle but significant escalation. Japan is signaling that it no longer sees its security as confined to its home islands. The Philippines is showing that it won't remain passive in the face of coercion. Together, they are laying the groundwork for a regional security framework that is more distributed, resilient, and cooperative. And for the United States, this is a welcome development. It reduces the burden on American forces and allows for a more flexible deterrence strategy. One where allies help carry the weight and potential adversaries must calculate not just against Washington, but against a whole network of prepared and aligned nations. In the coming months, the final agreement will be signed. The ships will be refurbished and prepared for deployment. Crews will be trained. But the strategic shift has already begun. The destroyers may be aging, but the alliance they represent is newly energized. What remains to be seen is how Beijing will respond and whether these ships will indeed deter aggression or provoke new tests of resolve in Asia's most contested waters.